Her name was Sparkle the Clown, and she was lit. I'm a materialistic girl. That's what my memories are. It's so easy to manipulate politeness and kindness. If someone really gave a fuck about what I was wearing, I would just be like, go seek God and counsel, because I was never going to be able to provide that to you through what I was wearing ever.
I feel like it is my duty in this body to be sexy and have fun. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is yet another episode of Style Stories, but this one is different. This one is extremely special. So this is a person that, I don't know if y'all watched Wendy back in the day, but she would say things like, that person is a friend in her head. This one right here, Toni Buchanan, renowned mixologist, actually featured in magazines locally for their style. Toni Buchanan, hello.
Hi, buddy. How are
Hello.
you?
I am amazing. I am so much better now that I'm sitting across from you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. I am so excited to chat with you.
Let's get into it.
Oh my God.
What time to see?
Yes, I know. Okay, so I met you. I first encountered you from behind a bar. At a place that I don't frequent nearly as much anymore, but you tended.
We were in the streets. We were having fun.
Yes, you tended that bar, but you also served the nastiest looks weekend after weekend after weekend. And
because I knew who was coming in. I knew what you were pulling in. I had to really tap into the frequency.
You came with it, and I was like, who is this person? I love them. I love their, but of course, this was after several beverages. So, but I know exactly who I am. Sober, drunk, whatever.
No, the same girl. We're the same woman.
I know what I like. So I'm like, I think I found you on Instagram, and it was up after that. I'm just stalking your entire life.
Girl. You gotta work that.
Please,
just slay that.
Tell me everything. Please start with maybe 3 words to describe your style right now.
Okay, yes, 3 words. Ooh, okay, 3 words right now. Okay, I love humor.
Okay.
I think that is I don't know. A while ago, I did a spotlight for a magazine that a friend was really kind to include me in. And I remember she asked me this and something similar. Mm-hmm. And when I said this, she kind of got offended because I think she thought I was talking down about myself. But I really do love a playful, silly, clown-like expression.
Okay.
So there's usually something a little goofy, kitschy, campy involved. I don't know. I think it's just always fun to do that because that kind of takes the ego out of, a look.
I can feel
in a way.
I don't feel offended by that answer.
Yeah.
It tracks.
Okay, cool. But she was like, don't say that about yourself. And I was like, no, I really feel clowns are lit. One of the first style influences I've ever had was a clown. Her name was Sparkle the Clown, and she was lit. Anyway. So good humor is one.
Wait a minute. Sparkle the Clown. Talk to me.
Sparkle the Clown.
Where from?
In Middletown. She was a clown. I'm from Middletown, Ohio. And she was a clown that my family got to perform at some events or different cousins, sisters, whatever. And she was fabulous. And I would be like, that's glam. It was drag.
Absolutely.
At a young age. And she was everywhere. She would be every birthday, there goes Sparkle the Clown. And I'd be like, look at that fit. Look at that platform boot.
Wow.
Look at that flare pant. Look at the blush. You know what I say?
Okay.
Look at the curl set.
I love that.
Glamour. Anyway, okay, so humor would be one.
Absolutely.
I think currently, I used to have a very much so performance aspect to it, in the way that we know each other, because you and I know each other from me working.
Yes.
And when I'm behind a bar, I don't have a uniform, but I do have a certain atmosphere and vibe to set or whatever.
Yes.
So
and always did.
I try my best.
Always.
But
and do.
So it used to be a lot more of that. I truly feel currently style-wise, it is a lot more self-expression.
Okay. We got humor.
Oh, yeah.
But we also have...
And then I said, a little bit more self-expression. Getting my point across. So honestly, just Toni, I think that has been a really big inspiration for me is just, what do I really like? And recently, it's been cute for me because I do some standard therapizing that you have to do, just as a trans person in order to receive my gender affirming care and all that good stuff. And something that I haven't gotten to chat about that I hope to bring up soon is I currently feel like my style is right now is very connected to who I was in high school.
Okay.
So deep. And it's cool because I feel like I got really far from that. Just like in the last 10 plus whatever years. So that's cute. I don't know. So maybe like a little bit of like nostalgia. Nostalgia.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it'll be. Not
Number
self-expression, but nostalgia.
All right.
And then my third one would be my grandma because that's my girl.
Okay.
And I've been spending a little bit more time with her than I have in a bit. And she's always been like a blueprint for me realistically. But I've been thinking about her in the sense of like, okay, so my grandma is very professional, very proper. She, whatever kind of woman. And I just remember growing up and her always being in like a tailored pant with like a sensible heel and like a nice blouse with like a necklace and a jacket or whatever. And that's been kind of recounting to me. And I've been like focusing on that whenever I guess I hang out with her. I'm like, let me look through your closet and see some of them suits that I remember you had. So that's kind of been showing up. And I feel like I've been leaning into like a more structured, I think also that might be like zeitgeisty. Maybe we're all moving to that more.
It feels a
tailored
little
look.
more timely. Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's like, that would kind of be those three. For me.
Okay.
What are your three?
You gave me
we
so
lose
much.
time?
Me,
No. Yeah.
personally, okay.
What are your three?
How I'm describing my personal style at this moment, because it's always in evolution. Right now, I feel like I am. It's not quite the answer I would want to look for, but I feel like I'm searching right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'm not always like looking outwardly. Right now, I'm looking inward.
Yeah.
Because I still have the same sensibilities. I still enjoy colors, prints, fun.
Exactly.
But also my lifestyle has changed tremendously from when I was compiling my wardrobe more heavily.
Mm-hmm.
So at this moment, I feel like I'm searching, but I also feel like I'm still, it's still a lot of duality.
Okay.
For sure.
Yes.
Because
you serve a lovely duality. It's always
Thank
in this like really high femme, sexy like color palette, but then there's those like little hints of like, I don't know, just dominance and assertiveness and directiveness.
Thank you.
Sort of like a thing. Like the liner is,
Thank
she's
you.
pristine. She's
there's always
She's
like
like
a
spotless.
little bit of chaos, but there's always like a formulated risk.
Okay.
And so
I like to hear that you would like describe it as chaos because I see it so like beautifully and so, I don't know. To me, it's just so polished and organized.
because I feel like a lot of the time, as much as like I prepare for times like this, I'm not thinking a week in advance. I'm
Right.
always just like, I was laying on the couch because I was off today, and I was
Exactly.
just like, what do I want to give? What do I want to give? And this thing in particular, I'm like, I've had this for months, and I'm
Yeah.
like, when is the moment? When is the moment? This is the
Yeah.
moment.
It's the moment.
and it's still hot. So
It is. Okay, also that definitely plays into like getting the look sorted and getting together.
Yes.
Because we're pre-fall in calendar, but when it comes to temperature,
it could go either way.
yeah.
So I'm definitely like searching, but like still trying to have fun, and also with the duality.
Yeah.
I'll say that just
Alright,
to put it in a bow. But I want you to tell me a little bit more about your first fashion and or style memory from childhood.
Ooh.
The very first
The
one.
very first one. Okay. My very first memory. I mean, I have so many because I'm a materialistic like girl. Like that's what my memories are.
Okay.
I feel like also, I don't know. That might be just, I don't know. That's whatever. But, okay. I don't know. Well, okay. So jewelry is really interesting to me because I like have been looking at pictures of me as a kid, and I think that for a young kid, I am recognizing that like I was kind of taking like some risks.
Okay,
like,
how
with
so?
my like jewelry selections at like 3 and 4. Like I was doing like anklets,
Stop.
and I was doing like bracelets
Okay.
and chokers, which are things that I love now. But I think that I don't know. I see them and I see me, and I'm like, yeah, she was like serving that. Like she was giving you like a nice little like school picture in my football jersey, but then like there's like a balance like girl
Ooh.
down there. right there on the ankle.
Now I have to ask,
You know?
so obviously this was pre-transition. How was your family receiving these choices you were making with your accessories?
I think that I did a good job of like, I think that, and I mean, and that feels genuine when I say this. I feel like I do a good job of holding integrity to it, where I feel like it reads so true to me. And I
Yes.
think that's kind of like the really important part of like style and fashion choices that any of us make. Realistically, I don't know, for me, I don't ever worry about questioning somebody what they showed up in, because like it reads clear to me. I see it. Like when you show up, it's direct. Baby, you just take it in. Just be grateful to like get to witness such such
say that,
magic.
say
Like
that.
realistically, I don't know. I feel like for me, I mean, I'm not gonna say that there weren't really hard times, but I don't dwell on my style choices ever being like distracting or like that big of a topic, because I'm competitive, and I just like, not even competitive, but like, I don't know. Like I felt like it was always so different from what people around me were doing that they kind of didn't even know how to like verbalize it.
Okay.
You know, like what are you can, you know, what are you gonna ask? What are you doing? You can't even verbalize what I'm doing. So that it doesn't really like offend. You know, it's just a curiosity.
Okay.
It's not like a dislike. You don't even know if you like it.
So you
It's-
couldn't even get pushback because they couldn't even wrap their minds around what they were pushing back on.
Yeah, and exactly, and that's the power of styling,
Ooh.
right? Because it's so cluttered.
Ooh,
It's so cluttered.
come
Because what
on.
piece you're gonna be mad at? But I don't know. I mean, also I do think that that's also the humor aspect of it for me, is that even if somebody realistically does have something to say, I don't know. I think that maybe that's like a little like defense mechanism in a way of providing that for myself. So it's like, I don't know. It's if I don't really get dressed now too, but I think I used to. Like I definitely know. I don't think I know I used to get dressed with a little bit more of like, how am I being received, like in mind or whatever. And I think having that a humorous component for me definitely does feel, I don't know, like it was like, okay, that diffuses it a little
Absolutely.
bit.
Because you're already such a big presence anyway. Like, who even has the time to poke at you? Like, I feel like you're
Yeah.
giving so much personality and energy and everything else. Like, how dare you even try to?
Yeah.
So, okay.
And also maybe also I'm a little bit I don't know, like I don't always pick up on that. That might also be a little like healthy dissociation
I
of
think
like
you have
me,
to.
Loki just being like a little my delusion, like
You have
oh,
to.
did you say that and mean it in a way that wasn't savory for me? Cool, keep it.
I feel like a little bit of
Okay.
delusion every day
Yeah.
keeps the foolishness
Delusion and
away.
romance,
Like,
they are one.
yes.
They're one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you feel like you ever like experience things like that, as like, you know, where somebody makes you like tries to kind of question a style choice for you?
I think at this stage in my life, I get that kind of thing in the form of compliments.
Okay, yeah.
And it can get strange
I
because
feel that.
I am very sensitive and intuitive, and I definitely pick up on every shift in the tone. So I know what's being given to me, but like learning to have grace about it, I feel like is what maturity has gifted me, because I feel like some people will just say, it won't even be a compliment, but it'll be kind of like compliment inflection. And they're like, ooh, your hair, or
Yes.
ooh, your outfit.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not, I like your hair, I like your outfit. It's
yeah.
just like, oh. So
I feel that.
you're acknowledging it, you see it, your mouth moves faster than your brain, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
I get a lot of that. So just having to take it with a grain of salt. But
Yeah,
I feel
people
like
feel like they have to acknowledge like any
Yes.
sort of like facet of you.
Everything.
Yeah, that's wild. I think that's something that I've had to grow a different understanding with since like, you know, transition has started and all of that stuff. And I really do feel like maybe my most confident and my favorite looks are the ones that do receive maybe the least amount of social interaction.
Really?
And I don't mean that in like this boisterous, everyone's looking at my outfit kind of way, but I don't know. I think that like when if you go out on a Friday night and you look like really fierce and polished and whatever, and you're like serving your thing, I don't know. There's less. It was that makes it just more for you. Like it wasn't
So
necessarily like
when you don't
gawked
get a
at.
lot of
Yeah.
commentary, that makes you feel better? Or
Oh, I don't know if it makes me feel better, but I do think that it becomes a different serve for me. Like,
Okay.
if I think about it, my favorite looks usually are the ones where people are like interacting with it socially.
Okay. So when you do
Like,
get the fanfare.
yeah, because I mean, what you were saying is real. People do kind of like throw a little, you never know. You got to kind of be really smart.
Yeah.
It is so easy to manipulate like politeness and kindness
It is.
realistically. So you're like, you don't even know what you're complimenting. That's the whole thing. Like, you don't even know what you're complimenting. So I don't know if I can trust it. You're literally complimenting me just saying like your hair, blah, blah, blah. That's very vague and weird.
Low-key.
Like, what is it about is it the twist? Is it the braid? Is it the blowout? Is it the whatever? I don't know. Sometimes vagueness can get a little muddy. So
Yeah, I feel like depending on who it's coming
necessary.
from, if it's somebody that I wouldn't even look twice at, to be honest, like not even to be, any kind of way, but if it's somebody that I'm not, if it came from you or someone that was giving what you're giving, I would be like, oh my God, what?
Right.
But if it was somebody that was just serving, a legging,
Yeah.
ooh, you're welcome.
No, that's true. But also, I also the kind of feel this weird thing of like, I don't know. It's the blessing sometimes when people do say that stuff because you never know what's going to stick. And I don't think that
Right.
it has to offend you, but it might really motivate or change like a style choice later. It
Okay.
might. And I can think of a time where that affected me. One time I was at a Christmas party with our mutual friend, Brad. And it was this like really fabulous experience. I was having a good time. And this woman who I was connecting with on just like this very intellectual and social level as well, like kept challenging me about, I was wearing a slip dress and it was belted and I had like a tall, strong, like, boot. And she was just kind of like, what's the belt for? And I was like,
What's the belt
what do you
for?
mean? And she was like, why are you wearing it? And I think she was like kind of questioning like the silhouette.
Okay.
And it would kind of irked me because I thought it's winter and I'm wearing a polyester, but a silk slip.
Right.
You're questioning my belt, not my slip. And I liked it because it did make me think. And I think that like psychologically, I was trying to give silhouette, body, whatever. And she was like, basically like, you don't need that. Like breathe. The look could have been effortless and easy without it.
Do you
and
feel
I do
that
think
way?
about that. And I like it. Yeah. Yeah. I do feel that way about that look particularly. Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
So like, I don't know. I think that was just me being devil's advocate on, I guess, telling people how you feel about their looks.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're bold enough to challenge, then yeah, step into the
Yeah.
ring. Okay. Well, I want to take it back to the origin story of you and your style, but is there a time where you really started to feel confident about what you were wearing? Like, when was the time that the confidence started to emerge, or was it always there?
I think for me, it was always there.
Okay.
Realistically. And I think that my style has always had to evolve. I've always been open. I've always been open to my style evolving realistically. So I think it was always there for me. Like, I don't know, when you grow up with like not a lot of resources, like and that's not to exploit my experience. You just get creative. So like anything can be beautiful. It needs to be. Not everybody does that. I'm one of those people that do.
And still,
So I don't know. And then I think at some point in my life I actually rejected like that whole notion of like anything can be beautiful.
Tell me about that.
Like I don't know, we just get materialistic and things need to be new and they need to be just for you and so personalized and like only have your energy or whatever. But then that, I don't know, it feels empty or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know. I think that like I've always been able to kind of like really evolve, like realistically with like the style trends I've needed to. One time, okay, I'll give you an example. Sorry, I'm thinking in chat at the same time. But one time when I was going into fourth grade,
Okay.
I was moving neighborhoods and I was like moving schools.
Okay.
And I went to a school that was very like, I don't want to say corny, but it was very like regular. Like it was generic. Like you didn't have kids that stunted. Everybody was just like there literally to play school. Like we didn't give a fuck. Everyone was just there to do it. And I went to a school in the hood and I like was going to a school in the hood and I was already intimidated. And I got there and they were like, at that point, like, bro, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I look so cute as a button. Everybody told me when I left the house, like, don't do that. But then I did kind of realize that was a really good opportunity for me to learn how to for me to learn how to weaponize and utilize fashion as like a tool.
Yes.
And then I did. I absolutely, not because I needed to, but honestly, because it was just fierce, like I was like, okay, I'm going to take some of that. I want like that. And I started incorporating it into my style and it became a thing and it was genuine. It was cute. And I rocked with that.
Okay.
And I don't know. Yeah. I don't know like what they would think about it, but I still stand by those looks.
It did
I
not
stand by
matter.
them. Yeah, it didn't matter. So that would have been probably like the first time I was like putting personal branding to my style in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Which part?
Like the first time really like looking at fashion as like in style as, like a language, like.
It was difficult. I was always bigger than the other girls. So if we flash back to the early 90s and the late 90s and early 2000s, the options were limited. So I was maybe like a tween at the lame brand. So it was giving business casual as I was leaving soccer practice.
Right. Which is honestly, okay, I can't imagine in that time then, but now as an adult, that's fierce. It's giving WNBA. It's giving, I'm leaving the fucking for press. But
it was difficult.
But it is also so difficult because you just want, right? Like,
I just wanted to look like the other girls.
Yeah.
So that's when I kind of dove into accessories.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's when I started to have fun with my handbags and my earrings and my jewelry because that's all that could resemble what my peers were doing. So as fashion evolved into inclusion with sizing, I think I started to feel a little more confident maybe about like 10th or 11th grade. I think I went to the Target, RIP, and I got a few accessories and a few things that fit, and they were in like relevant colors because I was, knee deep in the Harper's Bazaar. I think my mom subscribed to that, and I think my dad had Vanity Fair for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh, cool. So your media home, it was like on the table.
Yeah. So I would look at the colors because I couldn't really pay attention to the clothes and the silhouettes per se because I couldn't relate. None of that was ever going to be accessible to me. So I was just like, I like that color. If I'm going to a store, I saw that color somewhere. And then from there, that's kind of where I would weave in what I wanted to do and what I could do.
Exactly.
So I think maybe like mid to late high school years is when I started to feel good. There were moments, up sparingly in between time, but it was really hard because I didn't have the resources and also I didn't have the money.
Right.
So it was a tough one for me.
I feel that. I really relate to what you said about the color thing because I think that for me being like in a different genderscape at that time, I was the same way. I would use my money to like buy magazines and it would be a color influence all the way down, that would kind of like, I don't know. And it would just like signal to me like I felt like I was in trend and maybe did people respond to you when you would like kind of be in that theme? Were they catching it that you were like forward and you were
every now and then,
kind of a little bit more progressive in terms of like in that way?
It happened very slowly, but every now, because people weren't really paying attention to me anyway. But then when I started to slowly sneak out, like I didn't pop out, but I kind of snuck out. Yeah. And people were like, "Oh, what you doing?" And I'd be like,
"Nothing." I'm literally stunting on the low.
But yeah, it was a really slow burn for me because I don't know. Fashion wasn't supposed to be my life path. So I didn't pay a ton of attention to it in that kind of laser focused way, but like it was always on my mind. So once it started to click externally from what I was like, obsessing about inside, then it started to feel really good. Maybe like college when I really started to thrift.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. You didn't thrift in high school?
No, I didn't. It's funny that you asked because I have a draft of a blog about thrifting. But basically, when I was younger, it felt embarrassing. It was like that's for people who don't have anything at the time. That's how I felt, and I was like, "No, Mom, I don't want to go to the thrift store. What do you mean?" Man?
Right.
And mind you, she's trying to scrape together whatever she could so I could do something for back to school or whatever, and I was not having it. I'm like, I don't want to wear used clothes, other people's clothes. Like, what is this?
You don't have to. You shouldn't have to if you don't want to. But if you
I didn't want to. I
got into it. I was in it. I loved it.
When did you start to thrift?
In high school.
Okay. What prompted you to get in there?
Theater. I feel like that was like a theater kid thing to do. You have to be resourceful, go find costuming. Like,
So
I feel
you
like
had
that
to
was a
find
thing.
your own costume.
Like,
Okay.
sort of, exactly. And then me and my friends, we were about it. We were like, yeah, girl, let's definitely do that. So I definitely, like, I was eating it up. And I started buying my own clothes at a younger age. Like, as soon as I could get a job at 15,
Okay.
I was down and I was using that money, like, for the looks. And I would thrift or I would go to the mall and I would hit, like, my little Aeropostale because I knew I could, like,
Okay.
make some things shake there, and it was resourceful and economical. But I stayed in a thrift store. I was always in like some oversized, like old and smelly striped shirt.
Really?
That's why I feel so connected to it now. Yeah, like just like a tailored men's whatever, and I loved it because the prints are always so rich and they're
Yes.
always so timeless. So like honestly, I wish I had a lot of those pieces now. I
Okay.
really do. If
So
I had some of my high school, like right now, I would be in the same flux, in the same flow.
Baby Tony at the thrift, were you trying to be trendy or were you just completely in your self-expression bag? Like,
Oh, I was
I
in my
like,
self-expression bag.
okay.
Oh yeah, because we had Teen Vogue. So I was
Okay.
like, let's go. And I think that, and I really embraced the humor of it. So, I mean, I wore rain boots in high school all the time. That was like my thing. It'd be like a vest in paisley with like a skinny jean that I would steal from my sister and like a rain boot in summer, in May.
Oh, wow.
On the sunniest day. But I was trying to give like Farnsworth Bentley, like full
Ooh.
blown, like
Okay.
D&D. Like I didn't give a, I was like, whatever. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure that it might have been a piece of trend because I think that you kind of that just happens naturally, like with us all being in the same space. Like I feel like here in Cincinnati, we kind of all have a common thread somewhere, like in some way. Like there's gonna
I feel
be
like
something
some certain
that
circles.
we're
Yeah,
all
I would
gonna
say
fuck
so.
with. And so baby, but like no, I wasn't trying to get trendy. I was just like, whatever I need to do for
I
me.
love it. I love that. So, can you tell me about any of the obstacles that you may have faced as you found your style? I feel like you kind of like jumped off the porch straight into self-expression, but was there anything that kind of like had you stuck a little bit or like got in your way of full-on self-expression?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think that um me not knowing, me not fully embracing femininity definitely did.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at that, but I think that for a while I wouldn't check in with it and it would show up in ways, and I don't know, it would be more of a thing of like I didn't read it that way, but somebody would kind of like acknowledge it to me in that way. And I'd be like, oh, it is. Like, I see how you receive it that way, but I wasn't trying to put it out that way. And so I don't know if that makes sense, but I think there were like many of times where I wasn't like directive and it was just kind of leaking leaking out of my subconscious in a way into some looks.
So times where you weren't trying to give any bit of femininity, you still kind of were,
Or not
the
that I wasn't
opposite?
trying to get femininity, but that I just wasn't directive of it. So the way that it did come out was maybe like, just not honest or not, I don't know, just like maybe not thought about. It just kind of like underdeveloped in a way. Like it was like maybe coming off a little underdeveloped, but that is what it is. You know, you can't be mad at that. It's
Okay.
just like, okay, we're gonna have to do that. I'm not really like afraid though to like wear a look because I mean I just do this for myself. Realistically, like you get dressed for yourself to communicate what you need to do
Absolutely.
to get done what you need to get done. If that's the way you want to go about it, some people don't want to, and they don't have to. And so I know it's also never that serious because like really who gives a if someone really gave a about what I was wearing, I would just be like go seek God in counsel because I was never going to be able to provide that to you through what I was wearing ever. Right? Like that's not what it's about. We can't please people. You can't please somebody like with what you wear. You have to just be genuine to you. That's the whole point. Communicate what
Absolutely.
you need to communicate.
So would you say there were any major life events that shaped your style or rerouted your style at all?
Oh yeah, for sure. Many, plenty. Yeah, going to college and like trying that out and then trying to be a young adult, when we try to like wear truly 7-star business casual, like bag. That was really important.
Wait, did you study fashion or am I
I
making
did,
things
yeah.
up?
Did
Okay.
you?
A little bit toward the
Yeah.
end there.
All right, cool. Yeah, I did. And then, yeah, I mean, I've had some losses where like I lost all my stuff. And so then I had really like no other option to do with my clothing.
Okay.
And I'd had events I had to go to. So I would just be like in my grandma's closet, like wearing her blazers to a wedding. Like, thank you,
Okay.
girl. I love you so much. And I look cute. Honestly, it's better than anything I had in my closet anyway. So it
Okay.
wouldn't mattered. So that's kind of cute. And
So-
then also transitioning, like, you know, really embracing who I am and who I need to be for me has given me a lot of courage and just, I don't know, like agency over my experience. And it does feel a little bit more, less, like I was saying earlier, like me presenting myself
Yes.
in a way, and more just like me
Being.
showing up the way that I fucking wanted to or need to.
So wait, I will put a pin in that last piece. There were times where you had to start from scratch.
Yeah, of course.
What happened?
I mean, like nothing like crazy, but yeah, just like I moved to New York one time and I lived there
Okay.
for years, like a year and a half, and I moved back. And just like in that process, you know, like I had stuff like where I was going to college and things in storage and, you know, this and that. And all of it couldn't make it to the same place. And then I didn't have a place of my own. So then like I had to kind of like sell or get rid of. And so then you just kind of like have your kit that you're pulling from, you know, got small. Mine got smaller at that point. And I think at that time it did really affect me because I'm such a materialistic Capricorn. Like I'm like, these are my things, this is what I've earned, this is what I've been gifted. There's so much sentiment and value.
Uh-huh.
But then you just get creative. You have creativity and it'll
You have it.
keep it going.
You will never be without.
Yeah. Or you just be grateful for what you have access to. You know,
Absolutely.
like thank goodness somebody can share something with you or thinks of you and wants you to have a piece. Do people gift you? You are so like fierce. I'm sure people gift you things all the time.
That does not happen.
It doesn't? Oh my God, they don't see you when they're like, oh my God, I saw this discussion, I was thinking of you. Oh, okay. We need to like, yeah. Amani needs more gifts.
Thank
Those are some
you.
things to give
Okay.
her, treat her, girl.
You hear me?
I need to be treating you. I don't think friend.
Oh, stop.
I do.
No.
I have stuff that I think about you all the time.
Really?
I do. Yeah, I do. When I like shop and stuff, but I don't know. I pull inspiration from everywhere, from everybody. But
Really?
like, I do. Like, it's your color, like the color palettes you like pull from, the way that you mix like like this really pretty acid with an earthy like moment, just full spectral kind of thing, but it all looks so neutral, like in a way.
Thank you.
So I don't know. Yeah, definitely. And like you don't play about prints.
Oh, never.
You don't play
Never.
about silhouette. Like you are always gonna give like a hot body con. You're always gonna give just like, I don't know, print in these little like sexy little like 90s bandage hot moments.
I feel like it is my duty in this body to be sexy and have fun.
Yeah. And that's what I get.
I have to.
You give me sexy in such a like non vulgar way. Like it's just so delicate, but it's hot.
It's something that I'm like, I want to do anyway, but I also feel like it is also my responsibility.
Yeah.
Because if I were younger, not that I'm trying to, influence children or anything, but I feel like if I were, maybe like 16 or 17-year-old me, I saw nothing like what I'm doing.
Right.
So I feel like I'm my small version's wildest dream. And I feel like I'm
Yeah.
having fun. Even though I'm approaching my mid-30s, I still try to get that ageism out of my mind and just continue to have fun because I feel like I'm not dead yet. And I have to do the things. If I see something that I love, I have to wear it. I have to.
Right.
So
You
this is about you. I have
You
to ask
have
about
to.
you. I have to ask about you. I have to ask about you. What is a piece that you let get away? Is there something that
all the time, and I hate
Tell me,
it. It
tell
pisses
me.
me off all the time. Are you a kind of okay? I'm this kind of shopper. I don't know if you are, but I feel like you probably are. Like I will kind of play games with myself, and I'll be like, "You don't need this. And
Oh,
you can,
never.
like put this back, and it's gonna
No.
be okay. But you can like put this back, and like this is your cart, and you're not gonna get this. And if you think, because maybe it might be like out of my price range, or like whatever, or maybe it's gonna be the one item that really sends you significantly over what you might have allotted.
okay?
Or that for me it is. And then the next day I'll literally be like, if I don't go get that today, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to the post office. I'm not gonna go to the grocery. Like I'm gonna be so like I'll go back. I went back today. I went back today to
What was
thrift
it?
store.
What was the thing?
Yeah, it is a very like khaki toned trench jacket.
Okay.
Have you been to okay, so third, have you been to St. Vincent de Paul that just opened in Hamilton?
I saw it. I heard about it. I have not been yet.
Girl.
It's giving?
It's giving. The
Okay.
wall, okay, there's a purse wall. Hi friends, when you walk into this, you're gonna go to the St. Vincent de Paul in Hamilton, Ohio on Pleasant Avenue or Street.
Toni
or
does not
Drive.
gatekeep.
I don't gatekeep. No, there's a piece of this I'm gonna gatekeep, but I'm not gonna gatekeep with location. This St. Vincent de Paul just opened. It's lit. They have a whole wall installation. It looks like it. For me, a thrift, when I walked in and I saw installation.
Okay.
'Cause it's color coordinated and it's massive. Purses on deck.
Wow.
Purses, everything's under $5. There's some things reaching a little bit above. I got this bag today
Let's see it.
for a smooth less than $5.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Isn't it? And I was like, oh, I've been looking for a little like sacky, like, you know, the whole Coach Hermes.
Yes.
Like, loungy
Oh, no, that's
thing.
right on time.
So I was like, I kind of wanted that. It had a strap and I cut it off.
Okay.
And I feel like it also made my look a little bit more fall
Oh, it's perfect.
sorted.
It is perfect.
So I was like, let me like pop into that. But it's a bop. Go through there. Go have fun. Weird layout, but you're going to do well.
That's all right.
You're going to do well. Where you shopping? I gave you one. You give me one.
Ooh.
If you don't mind.
I mean,
You don't have to give me your top hat, but I'll take one of your hats.
well, where am I shopping? I haven't done very much lately. I feel like I've built a closet that is still kind of feeding me, but I
Yes.
also footwear is a struggle for me right now. So I feel like getting older, but also working in retail has destroyed my feet. I've made a handful of posts about that. I have a Melissa collab going on. Speaking of, these are
Yep.
actually a Melissa Mark collab.
They're so cute.
And they're
I saw
extremely
them.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So my focus in footwear is more so. I used to love a boneless kind of stiletto looking.
I know that's
heel.
where I'm at right now, and I'm in misery, but I'm
I
fine with
can't
that.
do it anymore.
It's terrible.
I need a platform, and
I need a platform.
Most of my shoes are not gonna meet the criteria anymore. So I feel like even though I may have the look on top, I'm struggling when it comes to the footwear. So as I shop for footwear now these days, if it's not a Melissa moment, which they have a lot of nice silhouettes, but
What's
sometimes
the feet review for that?
the sheen can read more casual. So I'm enjoying Shoots. SHUTZ.
Okay.
Them, I'm loving them. They're in a platform that feels comfortable. Like I feel like I have one pair, and I feel like I want to add more to my collection.
Okay, cool.
And
Put me on.
beyond that, like I'm not shy about shopping, at a thrift for footwear. I feel like
Literally,
some
I don't give
people
a
are kind of
fuck.
like, that's gross.
I don't give a fuck.
But I feel like I
Girl,
hit it
this
with
is
the.
a Jimmy Choo that I got on the Real for like $20-some.
No, those are
Do
stunning.
you see what I'm saying? You have to do that. You gotta.
have
I mean,
to.
if you care, if you don't give a fuck, you don't gotta do it. Nobody
have
told you
to.
how to do it. But if you give a fuck, if this is something you've been looking at since you were a kid, and you see a pair of Jimmy Choo on the Real,
You can't
for
walk away from that.
$20-something in your size, maybe a scotch too small and it hurts.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. Do it. If that's what I'm doing it, I love it.
but it worked. It
It
worked
worked.
perfectly.
I've been having a great day. And I did take them off now because we were talking about feet and I'm an empath. So then I was like, we're going
Hey.
to talk about comfort. I wanted to be in comfort.
Be about it. Come on. And I did have to ask, like, you like to thrift. Beyond thrifting, how else do you tend to acquire your pieces? How do you like to shop?
I'm gifted a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And I would say that very graciously, but I think that especially before I started like my transition and things like that, people like saw like me really like striving towards girl. And so like my friends would be like, oh, I have this piece for you. I think that, and I always knew like where it was coming from. It always felt very much so like big sister, like, oh, go dip your like feet in that.
That
if you
feels
want."
very loving.
Yeah, it definitely gave that. So I have so many, like, I'm really blessed. I have so many, like, traded pieces or things that, like, friends have given me or whatever. And then, like, I also, like, am a mall girl. Like,
Really?
so play. Like, I'm going to always show up to the Gap. Always.
Is that right?
I'm always showing up to the Gap. I'm going to always check in on Levi Denim.
Come on.
I need to always know what they're doing at all times.
The classics.
Like, you have to
For a
stick with the
reason.
classics. Yeah. I'm a J. Crew girl. I'm a
Really?
J. Crew sale girl.
Ah.
Like, show me that clearance rack and let me see what I can do with that. And I'm going to have a good time. Well, like, do you hit the mall? Like, will you hit the mall? I know you work at retail. Will you do it? How do you feel about it?
Honestly, spending close to 5 years working in a mall setting before my current position, I stopped going.
Yeah.
It was kind of traumatic to go
Yeah.
back. Not that I had a terrible time or anything, but just I used to go for fun.
Yes.
It used to be an aspirational place. It used to be like, yes, like I would go there to relax or hang with friends, or it was a fun place to be. But then working in a mall setting sucked the fun out of it.
Yeah.
So that was kind
I
of
agree.
it broke my heart a little bit because I'm like, this is something I used to love, and now I'm kind of like
Right, this is
dreading it.
Sephora.
And as soon as they took the Sephora out of the mall,
Oh, see, yeah, you don't have to worry about me. You ain't never got to worry about me. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
But,
okay.
I had to shake a table.
nope, that's right.
Because when I was card girl Sephora,
Yes.
don't
So
ever.
I mean, it's still there, but now there's one in
Yeah.
a different part of town. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to go to the mall. Now I
Yeah.
only go for the Hallmark, but that's
Right.
neither here nor there. But like in general, the mall, I love it, but I also kind of have a disdain because I'm still in retail.
Exactly.
Once I leave retail, maybe
Yeah.
the land will heal and I'll feel more comfortable. Like, yeah, let's go, let's pop out, let's go to the mall. But right now, no, I don't want to be anywhere near.
I don't blame you.
Personally,
And also, and like, yeah, and it's not going to be genuine. So you got to do what you have to do. Keep shopping in your closet because it's fabulous.
Well, thank
Because
you.
you've got the pieces.
Thank you.
So,
Well, is there anything you would refuse to wear?
right now, me, I don't know. I'd have to see it. I really would have to see it. It had to be presented. And I know that the answer is yes, but I don't know what the item would be. But people like will sometimes kind of like be like, this could be cute, you might like it. And I'll look at it and I will try hard to like, style it for myself. But like, no, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that I would like not wear.
So there are no limits.
I hope not.
Okay.
But like, that's me probably wanting to be a badass, and I know for sure that there is. I know for sure. I hope not, but I know there is. What about you? Like, inspire me. Like, what would you not wear?
Great question.
I know, isn't that wild?
I know. I had tried to
Yeah.
answer that question. Something that I will not. To be honest, just because it's off the top of my head, just an uncomfortable shoe
Okay.
beyond just sitting and looking cute and doing
Yeah.
a shoot or something like that. Like I
Like,
feel
you're
like
not doing that.
when something is bothering me physically, like
Yeah.
it destroys my entire look. So I feel like
Right.
I want to try to support myself in that way so I can, deliver the look as best as possible and
Exactly.
exist in the moment as best I can. But if my feet are screaming and hooting and hollering, like I can't serve you. I can't.
Right.
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
So I won't do uncomfortable. I won't
Yeah.
do, something that's digging into me or anything like that. Like I feel like I've been there. I used to do that if there was something that I just had to have and couldn't resist, and I wanted
Right.
to squeeze into it and do it anyway.
But no, you're
I
not doing
can't
it.
do it anymore.
I don't blame you.
I want to stay young and turnt and fun, but I feel
Yeah.
like that's the elderly person in
Then
me.
let her tap in. Let her clock in for that. Honestly, she deserves whatever she wants.
It's the physical discomfort that I can no longer participate in.
I agree.
Unfortunately.
Well, I don't agree because I'm gonna always wear the uncomfortable. Like I'm at the let me put these shoes back on. Now I have to stand up for my people.
Yes.
And be like, we're gonna do it. But no, I'll do whatever. I also think that like sometimes if I see something that offends me style wise, eventually I try to find a way to make it work.
I love
just
that.
to like humor myself in the like, see, you were being so like uptight about this,
You like a
and like look at
challenge.
this. Yeah, like I don't wear a lot of like sweats realistically, and that doesn't mean I don't have loungewear. I have a lot of loungewear. I have hella loungewear. I have pajamas on deck. I have
You
all these-
lounge.
like I have all sorts of like comfortable clothes, sort of a thing. But there was a moment where like athletic wear was a little bit difficult for me. And then that became a challenge of like, no, like, what are you talking about? Don't deprive yourself of these cute silhouettes and this cute short, like this skirt, this crop, this whatever,
How'd you get past
sort
that?
of a thing. Just challenging myself, being like, you're gonna try it today. Like you're just gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to like, you're gonna do it. Because I become fixated. I don't know how you are, but I'll become fixated. If there's something that I do feel adverse about, not always, but I can. And if I do fixate on it, then I'm like, you can't stop thinking about it. Just do it and get it over with. So that you don't have to think about it again. And look, it was a bop. One of your favorite looks.
Come on.
So, all right. Whatever. But also, yeah. Who knows? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, nobody's keeping a record of our looks. No one really cares.
I am keeping
we
a
do.
I'm keeping a record
do
of your
care.
looks.
We do care. They are going on the grid, but
Only in the most positive sense. Like, no,
you know,
there's never
you're
a
right.
miss.
We are keeping records.
I do. I do.
I literally was inspired by your look that I commented on. I was like, I want to give like a nice little like natural.
You actually
gradient.
did. Thank you.
I didn't go as green as I wanted, but like I was like I wanted to give that like just sexy safari natural, just jet set.
It is. It is.
Moment.
Sexy safari.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's what I got.
And to be honest, that look in particular, that was kind of not a cry for help, but that was kind of a depression.
Was it?
Look. Yes. I don't.
Oh, cool. Okay. See, we don't read that. We just
I-
see a confident, gorgeous woman. Like, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I love color. I love print. And I feel like I was forcing myself. So I'm like, I need to shoot. I need to style something. I need to get my wheels turning. I feel rusty. So I'm like,
Yeah.
do something. And I already had the top on from work. So I'm like, let me build around that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, let me just go into that neutral territory. And that's kind of what I came with. But it
Yeah.
wasn't like, I wasn't feeling like, yes, I ate them up. But I'm like, it's something. Like,
Exactly. You challenged yourself to work with something you didn't want to work with.
yes, basically. And I really relate with the challenge piece because that is so much of how I spent my time developing my style. Seeing something that I genuinely thought was hideous at the
Right.
first, and I'm like,
No, it's got to come with
Game
me.
on.
Let's go.
Yes.
Because nobody else can wear it.
Exactly.
And also everybody else is afraid to wear it. So like, what can I do with that?
That's
Let me
it.
show you that this is so easy and that we can all be in hoops, in ruffles, in whatever. And we're going to be worried about.
exactly. I feel like there's as much as there are things that I don't like looking at, there are things that I'm like, okay, that's a challenging piece, but no piece will get the best of me because this is my skill set. This is
Yeah, no, literally. Exactly.
I love it. I knew we were locked in. I knew we were locked in. So can you tell me about your favorite look of the recent past?
Recently?
Yes.
Okay, my favorite look recently. There's a couple. Okay, there's some stuff that I haven't worn yet, but that sit in my closet that I'm trying to find an experience or an event or something to put it to.
Okay.
That like I'm really, really like, I like need it to happen, but like, I don't know.
What have you
I mean, like, I
given?
love my look today.
Yes,
I have
no,
to be honest
today?
with you. I'm like really fucking with it.
I love
I
it.
feel like it's giving me the like hot, like just sophisticated girl, like just I don't know. I feel like it gives like professional, like soft butch woman in a way. It's just like
The details alone,
high
like
pant.
the earring,
I'm saying?
the rose going
Yeah.
on the bra,
Yeah.
the textures, the colors, yes.
I'm into that.
This is a lot of fun.
I'm into that today. But
and the shoe
know.
to
I know the shoe was wild.
The shoe?
The shoe was silly. But I'm paying for that.
No,
I'm
no,
also such a rock
no.
star after this, and I'm gonna be in this heel, rocking and rolling,
yes.
being really uncomfortable. And I better get bought one drink for my efforts.
You heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it. Well, tell me about a time you took a risk and maybe it didn't work out like you thought.
Oh my
Low-key
gosh,
plot?
all of the time.
Stop.
No, all the time.
Really?
Are you kidding me? Literally all the time.
When do you flop?
Anytime. Oh my, are you kidding? Anytime I wear anything grazing my body, I get outside and I'm like, bitch, why? What if you didn't have done that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have bodies, they move, and like, you know, it's like I have to burp, and you can like see that through my like skin tight tank top. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, but like I'm also cool with that. But like, I don't know. I've learned many of lessons. Yeah. Of like, dang, that wasn't the way. That wasn't the look for this moment.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Think of something really specific. Ooh. Something really specific. I don't know. It happens all of the time.
I'm shocked.
And because I'm a big overdresser. Like I overdress for anything because I don't think about I do consider the event, that's important, but I think about like the inspiration of the day. Like what just cosmically hit me?
Right.
Should I follow? Like I follow the whimsy a little bit.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about your process. Like, say if it's a regular day versus an event, what is your process when you open your eyes that day? Talk us through it. How do you get dressed?
Yeah. It's usually like realistically what I'm the most focused on at that time. I will just be like, that's gonna have to be it.
Okay.
That's gonna have to be the inspo. So like if I'm worried about time and being late or whatever, then that's the focus. That's
Okay.
what we're gonna do. And the look is gonna give that. It's gonna look however that needs to be or whatever. But Yeah, it's whatever is like the most on my thing. And sometimes I actually don't know what the inspo is or what it, like, I can't identify it. I feel it, but I don't know what it is until I like look back on it. I'm like, that's where you got that from. You was like reading this and that like pops up and like, that's where it came from. Or you're watching this and it sat in the back of your brain for a little bit. And that looks like that's where it came out. I don't know. So for me, like, that's what I believe to be my process.
Okay.
But I'm open to anything being like my inspiration. I know that's probably like, I don't know, that's really generic, but I'm that kind of fashion.
No, I
What about
see it.
you?
It tracks. I mean, my process or
Yeah.
my inspiration or both.
Your process.
Oof. Well, if I am actually existing in the world and having a choice of what I can put on, it's typically building on a piece. If there's something that's on my mind that I haven't worn in a while, or something that I feel like a mood strikes and I want to wear a particular color, like today, for instance, something said wear some red, wear red, wear red, but I couldn't figure out like what would work with this weather, what would work on camera at this angle. I couldn't find the piece quick enough, and I was also, of course, running a little behind, but I also was just like, you know what, this piece is something I haven't worn already. Let me build around that. So I kind of had to pivot and, really quickly, but beyond that, it's either what's going on weather-wise, where am I going, who am I going with.
Right.
So it's just kind of situational, but then it's like, okay, how am I feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
That's
That's the tea.
very moody.
Yes, we're moody girls.
Yes, very moody.
Oh my God.
So how long do you typically take to get ready?
Never as long as I want to. I never take as long as I fucking want to. Realistically, I could do it all day. And that's really not true because at some point you really do have to step away. But I don't know, like, I think that it's really important, like, when you really show up, because I'm also a girl that like has depression and stuff. So not every day is like that. And if you really like do step into it, you just like, it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't mean this as an excuse because it's absolute like procrastination, but like it's kind of like I don't know when I get that time again, and I know it's every day, but I don't know. Sometimes you don't always appreciate it or whatever. When I'm getting ready, when I'm into it, I'm gonna take as much time as I really need. I'm aiming for an hour.
Right.
Aiming. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
But okay, me getting ready for work, I'm giving myself an hour. I'm a girl with a wig. I'm a girl with all these other things I'm trying to throw on and do whatever. So like it can take 2 hours.
It can.
Honestly, I can get ready in 15 minutes. I'm not gonna like it.
That's the part.
But I can. And no one's gonna know the difference. No one's gonna care about the difference. Realistically, they're gonna be like, cool, you're present. That's all we needed. We didn't need a bell and a whistle.
I love that. I love to hear it because I'm like, I'm always.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm always aiming for an hour.
You're aiming for an hour?
I always think it takes 15 minutes to get somewhere and that I'll take an hour to get ready. But
right.
we all know that is not the case.
Yeah, how long do you I'll do it all of it. So I don't know.
I feel like if, gun to my head, get ready right now.
Right.
I'm gonna hate it. So I feel
like
literally
hate that.
My words were coming out of your mouth.
Okay,
so that's why I was just like, this is just crazy. Why are we locked in?
I know.
Well, can you tell me what the secret is to achieving your level of style? If you could condense it into a secret.
Oh my goodness, secret? I don't think that for me it's a secret because my style, as much as I do think that my style is 100% a display of like what I want to do with things, it has been fed and nurtured by so many people. So I don't know. I would say in a way to be a little bit more adventurous, if that's something you want to do, be more adventurous and to challenge yourself to kind of like overcome obstacles or whatever that might hinder you. I'm a big okay, so as a queer girl, I hate for other people to make me uncomfortable. Because I think that and I feel like you might be able to understand this, but maybe not. But I don't know. I think that sometimes when you have a very obvious difference from society, especially us being Black and things like that, I am very I like to take ownership of that difference and take ownership of that individuality or just that whatever that sensitive aspect is. Like, I don't know, it's what makes you you, sort of a thing. Sorry, no, I just kind of like
No. So we
floated
want
in
to
that.
lean into all the things that
But
may
like
make
just
you feel other.
lean into that. Like whatever is your individual thing, like lean into it realistically. Yeah. I would say maybe that.
So
And also, yeah, don't ever strive to be like anyone else, but also don't ever limit yourself the opportunity to be inspired by someone else. Because it's okay to be inspired. Like, that's
word.
fabulous.
A word.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that that can sometimes be like a detriment, realistically, is this like major focus on individuality, and it's like, no, we need community and looks. Like, I love a themed look. If we
Really?
all were theming and like doing our looks together, obviously they're not going to be the exact same. I don't need it to be the exact same, but I like an accord. I like an event.
That is nice to hear. That is
Yeah.
very nice to hear.
So,
So that's the recipe for the sauce. If you're
if I had a sauce, that would be the recipe.
What are 3 items in your wardrobe right now that you would feel like you couldn't part with?
Oh my God, there's so many.
Just 3.
It would really. Yeah. Okay. Just 3. Okay, so I have this button down striped polo short sleeve blouse that I got from Walmart.
Now this feels like what you were saying earlier about tapping into the nostalgia
You know
of
what I'm
high
saying?
school.
Yeah. I just got that, and I keep trying to incorporate that into every look I got.
Yeah.
I literally keep trying to incorporate it into every look I got. I would say these trousers.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with this pant. I want this pant to go everywhere with me if it could, or whatever. So I'm trying to plan around that.
They're so neutral. I'm
You know?
sure you'll have a time.
So I'm hoping I have a time. And then what else do I have? I have this like really cute duster that I'm obsessed with. This is like crochet, like long knit thing I got from Forever 21 years ago that I love with my whole heart. And every time I'm with like my friends, when they see it, they want to put it on, and I'll put it on them, and they love it. They get real cute and stuff. So that would be one. But like, yeah, I don't know. That would be my 3.
That's perfect.
I hate that. I don't want to limit it.
No, it's okay because I know you have plenty. I know you care about these pieces.
Yeah. What about you? What are your 3?
Oh, well, there is a pair of boots that are like kind of thigh high python. I've worn them to the ground and I try to give them a break, but I really enjoy them. I treat that python print like a neutral.
It is.
And
it is a neutral.
it truly is.
Literally the most neutral.
That I really love so much. And my zebra print duo bag from Mark and it's calf hair, and I'm obsessed with it. And when I love
neutral.
basically
A neutral.
and when I love something, I really like try hard to give it some room to breathe, so I'm not like wearing it, but I'm like, I love it so much.
Mindful. That's so mindful.
But I also
You're so
feel
brave.
like I pick things that I love, and I don't have plans on like, okay, this is old, I'm getting rid of it. Like,
Right.
No, I'm gonna wear this till I die.
Oh, 100%.
Like the looks are gonna keep coming.
Exactly.
And finally, there is a like a jaguar print jumpsuit that I have that's kind of a sweetheart neckline, but it's kind of got a skinny tapered leg.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I know what you're talking about because, like, I think I know that jumpsuit.
I've worn it
I know
to
what that
death.
jumpsuit means.
I've worn
Like,
it.
it's just your second skin.
I love it so much, and I feel like when I go out in it, I always have a good time. I feel like certain clothing if I have a bad time in a piece, I don't want it anymore. Like if it's an awful situation and I'm in something, hopefully it's not something that I love, but I'm like, if that time I had in that piece was terrible, that piece it's probably got to go.
Right. No, it has to.
I feel like the clothes carry vibes. But speaking of
Yes, they
clothing
do.
carrying vibes, can you talk to me about a piece that really is sentimental to you?
Oh, I have so many. Like, I share clothes with my girlfriends and like my grandma and things like that. All of my jewelry typically is very sentimental because most of my jewelry that I wear is from my grandma, realistically. So that's always really special. But I have a lot. I have like t-shirts and I have, just dresses and things like that I hope to have forever because I take care of it like that to have it forever. I got a lot of good stuff that like It did. Honestly, somebody would probably see it and they wouldn't give a. They'd be like, okay.
This is
If
yours.
somebody broke into my home right now, they would literally burn my stuff down and be like, girl, get a grip, get something else. You know what I'm saying? Where's the drip? But for me, I do have riches. I really do. And they're like
I can tell.
accessible. They're just normal things.
But they're yours.
But they're for me. They were gifted to me. They were gifted to me by people that are absolutely just so tasteful and wonderful. And they were meant for me. And I receive and accept them.
You're killing me. So can you tell me what you would say is the foundation of your wardrobe, if you could condense it? What is your wardrobe built on?
I don't know. I think I said it. But what is it built on? My wardrobe is just built on me doing what I need to do, what I want to do, challenging myself. You know, just showing up. And yeah.
So no particular things, like no particular pieces, no particular themes. Just a little
Well,
bit
no,
of
that's not true.
everything?
Yeah, I have a lot of prints and a lot of patterns as well.
Okay.
I relate to you on that. I got a lot of prints, a lot of patterns. I like a lot of like polka dot. I love a lot of plaids. I'm a plaid girl. I love paisleys. I'm very like bohemian in that way, like bohemian Americana. So those prints really, if I am thrifting and I see anything remotely like striped in whatever, I'm normally going to grab it and look at it and just kind of like register it for like a second. I don't know. It just really speaks to me. And I think that's kind of like the utilitarian of the fabric, like just the universality of it. I don't know if I said that word right, but it's kind of that. And then like I love like a polka dot because the polka dot's so whimsical, so like flirty, so whatever.
Classic.
And be classic, but you know, it's not for every moment. You can't wear polka dot all the time. So
Bet you could.
I mean, I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
Try wherever I can.
Well, do you have anything you're working on right now, like style wise? Is anything kind of in motion?
A little bit,
What's
but
up?
like nothing crazy.
Okay.
Like nothing crazy, but a little bit. Like I'm believing in myself and trying to invest in that.
Okay.
And so I'm really excited about that. But nothing paid, but I would love opportunities. If anybody's looking for a stylist, you know, you're a stylist as well. So I'm not trying to like step on a toe
No.
right over here, but I'm always open. You know, I like shopping with friends even. So I'm like down to do that. That was kind of like the role I always played, like with my girlfriends in high school.
Okay.
I was like the person they picked up and I was like, let's go shopping because they knew I had patience all day.
Okay.
So like look through whatever with you as we like figure it out. But nothing crazy because I'm just a neighbor. Like I'm nothing crazy. I'm just, you know, just out here paying my bills. I'm going to the market
Well,
and getting my little thrift on.
so one last, well, maybe not, second to last. How do you imagine yourself dressing 20 years from now?
Okay, hopefully 20 years from now, I'm in a similar silhouette. I would love to be in that. I think I'm going to be stuck in this for a long time. God giving I get to stay here for that long. But I think like hopefully it'll be a similar silhouette. And it's like maybe a little less like shoulder.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm just like embracing like a little bit more persona over physicality and physiology, but I don't know. I look forward to getting older. When I was a kid, I knew I was gonna love being 33. I'm
Really?
33 now. I knew that. I don't know. I'm a Capricorn. My horoscope always told me like, wait till you get older, it's gonna be lit. In more or less words, it would say that, and I really look forward to it. So no matter what, like I know I'm gonna be hotter then than I am now.
Is that even possible?
Like I know I'm gonna be. No, it's so possible, and I can't wait to tap in.
Well, I'm excited to see it evolve. I will be watching. I would definitely be watching.
You know, we'll be doing little swipes.
We'll tell the people where they can find you, see more of you and these looks.
Oh my goodness. You can follow me at Gertha K on Instagram. If that's your thing, you probably will see this on Instagram. So just go ahead and click whatever link is attached. And then, I mean, I work currently at a bar called Milton's that I love. So obviously locals, go hang out and kick it and see a girl. It's always a fun time. And then like, honestly, I'm just running around the city. So like invite me to events, honestly. Like if we're going to be outside, like I want to be outside, but I don't know what to do. I'm so
socialite.
used to like working. So like invite me. Hopefully I can make it. Sometimes I'm an introvert, but I'm down. Go ahead. Give me a reason to put a good outfit together and enjoy myself. Cause I think I'm a really fun time. I like to be engaged. So Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. And thank
Seriously.
you, Toni, again. This was her style story. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks. We did it.